Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Review Room. My name is Helena, and on this podcast I like to talk about some controversial moments or game-changing moments that have happened in the world of sports. Consider this podcast your one-stop sport report where I try to inform, educate, and build up your sports knowledge along with mine. So today we're unraveling the story behind the formation of Major League Soccer and kind of just taking you through like a timeline of the history and some monumental players. So let's get started. Okay, so the story takes us back to 1993, which was a pivotal moment in American sports history when the groundwork was laid for the birth of MLS. The road to establishing a professional soccer league in the United States was fraught with challenges and skepticism, but against all odds, MLS emerged as a beacon of hope for soccer enthusiasts across the nation. If you didn't know, MLS stands for Major League Soccer, which is a premier professional soccer league in the US and Canada. In December 1993, the founding members of MLS announced plans to establish a top-tier professional soccer league in the United States. During a time of crazy kits and strong haircuts, the league's inception was actually fueled by the success of the 1994 FIFA World Cup hosted by the US, which sparked renewed interest in soccer nationwide. During initial skepticism and financial hurdles, MLS officially kicked off its season in 1996 with 10 teams. Over the years, MLS has grown exponentially, expanding its reach and influence in North American soccer and attracting top talent from around the globe. Despite the hype and momentum from the 94 World Cup, MLS lost an estimated $250 million in its first 5 years. At the time, soccer just wasn't as popular of a sport in the US compared to other sports, and the MLS played with tweaking game rules to make soccer more appealing to American audiences. 2001 to 2006 marked a phase of expansion and new opportunities for the MLS. Although by 2005 the league had supposedly lost around $300 million, but the future still looked exciting. They added more teams as well as established soccer-specific stadiums, which provided dedicated venues for MLS matches and enhanced overall fan experience. It expanded further and introduced designated players, elevating the league's status. In the years from 2007 to 2012, MLS experienced significant growth in terms of fan base and media coverage. The league implemented various initiatives that further raised its profile and solidified its position in the American sports landscape. MLS expanded its fan base through strategic marketing efforts and increased media coverage, attracting a broader audience. Introduction to the designated player rule allowed the signing of high-profile international players like Thierry Henry, and I'll quickly just read through this article by MLS Football that explains the designated player rule and how it's changed, and then we'll continue. All MLS clubs need to operate within the confines of the salary cap, and back in 2007, that cap was just $2 million for the entire team, which wasn't a problem for most clubs, but when LA Galaxy made a contract with David Beckham, it was something of a stumbling block. He was being paid almost $20 million a year in Spain, and although he was happy to significantly reduce his wages to move to the US, it would take a lot more than $2 million to get him there. Everyone knew his presence in American soccer would do wonders for the league, though MLS came up with a solution to get the deal over the line. The solution was the designated player rule. Originally, it allowed each team to sign one player whose wages only partially counted towards the team's salary cap. In effect, it meant each MLS club could sign a global superstar if they could afford it. Initially, it was restricted to one player per team, but that has now expanded to 3 players per team. This is why it was possible for the likes of Leo Messi, Sergio Busquets, and Leonardo Camparna to play for Inter Miami at the same time in the 2024 season, for example. The salary cap has increased from 2007, but even so, not by enough to allow for the sort of wages elite players from Europe demand. So the DP rule is still very much necessary. So basically, from my understanding, is if a club can afford a player, they get the player, which it attracts better talent to the league, and in turn improves the league and makes it more interesting for a global audience, which would grow for more quality and reputation. Notable events during this period included David Beckham's highly anticipated arrival in MLS, which generated immense excitement and propelled the league into a global spotlight. In 2007, David Beckham signed a deal with LA Galaxy, earning him about $250 million for 5 years, about $50 million annually. His decision to leave Madrid, which was one of the biggest and most prestigious clubs in the prime of his career, ushered a new era for MLS. It brought international star power and heightened media attention to the league, and I'll talk about this genius business move that he was able to negotiate. In recent years, MLS has experienced a surge in popularity and garnered global recognition. The league's efforts to attract top international players, expand with new teams, and enhance the overall fan experience experience have contributed to its continued success. MLS has witnessed increased attendance and TV ratings, indicating a growing interest in soccer across the US. The expansion of the league with new teams and state-of-the-art stadiums has further solidified their presence in various cities. MLS has also pursued top international players such as Zlatan Ibrahimovic, which showcases its ambition to compete globally. As MLS continues to evolve, it remains a pivotal force in shaping the soccer landscape in the US and holds immense potential for future growth and success. In 2024, 29 clubs compete in MLS, with 15 teams competing in the Eastern Conference and 14 in the Western. There is an expansion of their upcoming 30th team, the San Diego FC, which has debuted earlier this year.
My commitment to the commissioner was I'll help him grow and help him continue to grow the league and the sport in this country. And this is the next phase of that. I was always pretty sure that this league will grow in the last 10 years as it has. And now it's at a level where in a couple of years' time, we'll be to 30 teams, 7 new stadiums coming in solely for soccer. And that's what's helped grow this sport and this league.
So just for some of the opportunities, MLS has the potential to become a top soccer league globally by continuing to grow attendance, TV viewership, talent development, and international competitiveness. But there are challenges. MLS must navigate competition from other leagues while maintaining financial stability and fan engagement. Developing young talent and increasing participation are also essential for the league's growth. Now I'm going to talk a bit about some famous players in MLS history. Let's start off with David Beckham. David Beckham left Madrid at age 31 and joined the LA Galaxy in 2007, which marked a turning point for MLS. His arrival brought unprecedented attention and interest to the league, both domestically and globally. He spent the past 15 years playing in Europe's most elite clubs and decided to leave to join a league that was barely 10 years old. He did make some crazy business moves and his contract was pretty insane, so let me quickly break it down. Beckham's contract at LA Galaxy included 2 genius clauses that helped him earn over $500 million. He took a 70% pay cut from his previous salary in Europe, but he negotiated a crazy contract that included a revenue sharing clause, allowing him to earn a percentage off everything, which would include ticket sales, merch, sponsorships, and even concessions. So if you've ever gone to an LA Galaxy game, you've ever bought a hot dog, you are the backbone of David Beckham's success. He would go on to make over $255 million over 5 years, as previously mentioned, including salary, endorsements, and revenue share. And on top of that, he negotiated the right to buy an MLS expansion team for $25 million upon retirement that is worth over $1.03 billion today. Essentially, it was a $25 million deal that made him a billionaire. In 2014, he exercised his expansion team option and founded Inter Miami CF, which managed to bring in no other than Messi to Miami. As a world-renowned superstar, his decision to play in MLS signified the league's potential and provided a significant boost to its credibility. His presence raised the profile of American soccer and helped establish MLS as a viable destination for international stars looking for new challenges. His celebrity status attracted new fans who were drawn to the excitement and spectacle surrounding his games.
My dream was always to bring the best players to Miami. It's not just about bringing the best player there ever was. We brought in 4 superstars in our team.
Something that we probably haven't seen a crew like this assembled going into a season that we have now with Messi, with Alba, with Busquets, with Luis Suarez.
Our vision, we wanted to create one of the biggest clubs in the world. And I just think it's good for the sport. I think it's good for the club. I think it's great for the league.
My first meeting with David, we shared a vision as we just don't want to be another Major League Soccer club. Most importantly to both of us is that it'd be a global team. We're building our Galacticos. We always want to have players that attract global attention. I'd like to think that if we're able to seize the moment, we will be successful, and people will always look at this and say, hey, the guys at Inter Miami changed Major League Soccer to be one of the best leagues in the world. But to be able to achieve this, it's about winning.
Another player, Landon Donovan, is widely regarded as one of the greatest players in MLS history. Throughout his career, he showcased exceptional skill, versatility, and leadership on the field, and played a crucial role in advancing American soccer and inspiring a generation of young players. Donovan's record-breaking achievements speak volumes about his impact on MLS. He used to hold the all-time record for both goals scored and assists, solidifying his status as a true icon of American soccer. Beyond his individual success, Donovan's influence on American soccer extends to his commitment to youth development development. He served as a mentor and a role model for aspiring young players, encouraging them to pursue their dreams and showcasing the possibilities within MLS. Another crucial player is Thierry Henry. His arrival in MLS marked another significant milestone in the league's history. He is a former Arsenal/French national team player. Henry brought a wealth of experience, skill, and charisma to the teams he played for in MLS. His impact on the league went beyond his performances on the field. His technical ability, activity, finesse, and intelligent positioning. I almost said Henry's influence. Henry's influence extended beyond his own team, as his presence inspired a new generation of players who sought to emulate his playing style and professionalism. He became a mentor for young talents within the MLS, imparting his knowledge and sharing his experiences to help them reach their full potential. Another person who made their mark on the league was Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He was known for his loud and larger-than-life personality both on and off the field. He brought excitement, he brought charisma, and a touch of arrogance to the MLS. His performances in MLS were nothing short of remarkable. He displayed incredible skill and providing memorable moments that captivated fans across the country. His ability to generate excitement and media attention showcased the growing relevance and global appeal of MLS. Off the field, his personality added an extra layer of intrigue to the league. His confidence and charisma made him a magnet for media attention, bringing further visibility to MLS. He embraced the American soccer culture and became a fan favorite, leaving a lasting impression on those who had the opportunity to witness his time in MLS. Last but not least, we have Messi. Messi joined Miami shortly after his 2022 World Cup victory with Argentina in Qatar, and Miami quickly became the biggest or most popular team in the US, some might say the best. The league enjoyed newfound attention and TV ratings, ticket sales, social media clout, etc., blessed with the presence of Messi. He became the fastest player in MLS history to provide 25 goal contributions in a season, and he broke those records in only 12 games. Suddenly, superstars, celebrities, and athletes like LeBron James were actively attending and showcasing their support for Miami, and there is a Messi effect. Apparently, pre-Messi, the Inter Miami Instagram had less than 1 million followers, and as of today, they have about 17.1 million, which continues to grow. A few cities include Cincinnati, Dallas, and Chicago, which instantly had sellout games, and I mean, everybody wanted a Messi jersey, everybody wanted a Messi shirt. I think the hype has died down a little bit, but I mean, when people think of the MLS, they do think of Messi in today's day. So I'll be honest, I haven't really been keeping up with MLS recently, but after this episode, I definitely will. I mean, I learned a lot, so I kind of wanted just to give you a backstory of why the MLS kind of was introduced in the first place and what intentions were, but that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining Inside the Review Room. I hope you enjoyed today's deep dive of the history and timeline of the MLS. Your support helps bring more stories to this channel, so I'll now leave you with a quote from David Beckham. "The only time you run out of chances is when you stop taking them."
Hey yo, the mirror don't lie. If you want the truth, don't close your eyes.